What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Well, I know what's going on. We're late again this week. We've had a couple weeks here where we've been showing up late.
Holiday
we're
season.
Here. It's what?
It's the holiday season.
Yeah, it's the holiday season. It's football season. We got dumb broadcasts going on at the radio station, and we don't have places to do shows. So it's been a weirdo kind of week. But we're here, and we got one more show before the holidays, which will drop next Tuesday, I believe.
Yep.
And then we're gonna be off through the holidays. So this is 2 shows to go in 2025. Big Shot Bob podcast. That's B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Jenners. That, of course, is 7-time NBA champion Robert Horry, who I know had to be thrilled this week to see the Knicks win a title of any kind at all. They win the NBA Cup, and absolutely nobody cared about it.
Not at
Except
all.
the guys that got their $500 bonus or $500,000 bonus. Yeah, this is the third year.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, third
So
year.
they dropped it to 500,000?
Yeah, 500. It's like 500 and change. I don't know.
Well,
I thought it was always 500.
500,000.
First year was $1 million, wasn't it? I think the first year was $1 million.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to require a little Google work on that.
Yeah.
But they and that's the thing. That's kind of the knock this week. And I think that's sort of what everybody's working on. Like, and look, I don't play a lot of Charles on this show. I do love Charles. I'm gonna start with Charles because I thought this was very well summed up. This was on who the hell show was he on? Tom Tolbert's show. This is Charles.
Number one, I think the cup thing is somewhat embarrassing. I'm disappointed that we have to make an in-season tournament to make these guys more money so they won't do load management.
That's pretty much his take. It's an embarrassment because we got to pay him not to load manage. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't mind the cup thing. But it's like it has no importance to anybody except the guys who are getting their $500,000 bonus. So you want to incentivize the players, great, but it's not going to incentivize the fans. Like, there's no way that we wrap our arms around this and we're like, it's NBA Cup time, baby. Like, it's just not. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the sizzle for us. It just doesn't.
Yeah. It's. I've become. I mean, I'm indifferent to it. Like, I don't not like it, nor do I actually care about it. So it's kind of like there are times where I forget, which games are actually cup games. But obviously, with the changing of the floor, it reminds you. But I mean, look, I guess it depends on the team. Like, the Lakers won it the first year. I guess it's cool when you win it. And, I don't know. Rob, the Lakers didn't hang that banner, did they? Did they?
Sure did.
Yes,
What the funny thing about that is they hung theirs, but the Knicks saying they're not going to hang theirs, which is really, really weird. So I'm trying to make sense of that. But anyway, I just don't. I mean, it is what it is. It's another thing that the NBA is doing, like you said, to try to prevent guys from load management, trying to provide more excitement. A lot of those 8th, 9th, and 10th men on the bench love that $500,000 check because that's more than half their salary for the most
It
part.
doubles their salary for the season. Yeah.
And, I saw a lot of comments talking about, dang, a lot of people don't know, like, dang, I thought a lot of these dudes already had money. I said, well, they don't in relation to the guy that's making $30 and $40 million a year. Now, I know the cap is going up, but a guy that may only make $2 million, that $500,000 sound good right now.
Yeah.
When you start talking about agent fees and you start talking about all the taxes and stuff you're taking out, he ain't making what you now he's still good. He's still
He's still beyond good. Yeah.
Yeah. But in comparison to the league that he's in, he broke. Relatively speaking.
I would say broke. He's just he's blue collar.
He's blue collar.
You can't make $2.5 million a year and be called broke.
No, I'm just saying in relation to the guys that are making, because you got 6 and 7 men on the bench now with the salary cap going up, making like $20 million a year now ain't really nothing because you got superstars about to make 70.
Yeah.
So,
To think about the cup, I don't even, the cup is not even for load management. I don't know what Charles said to get guys load management. It has nothing to do with load management because teams are going to load manage anyway, regardless of the cup, because now they're looking at all the analytics and, now with everybody coming up with calf strains, they're like, oh, we can't put the stress on our players' body. Players don't practice anymore. So you don't practice, so your body doesn't get beat up, so your body's not ready. It's like, you think about this. Right now, the three of us, Renee said we got to run a 40-yard dash. One, two, maybe three of us going to pull a hamstring because we ain't did shit to prepare our bodies for this 40-yard dash.
Speak for yourself. I'm going to pull a hamstring, throw out my back, tear an ACL. It's going to be bad.
It's like, and that's what it is. I said, you got to train your body to do these extraordinary things that these athletes do. And I don't think they're training their bodies. And so for me, it's just a way I think the purpose of the NBA Cup is to add a little excitement. You think about it, all leagues bite off different people. I think, you think about hockey, you think about what hockey did for All-Star and how great that was last year. Now what the NBA doing this year? Same thing, right? You have these cups. I think it was in soccer, right, when they do the cup within the season. Mm-hmm. But understand, soccer is a different type of monster.
Right.
And so every sport kind of bites off other sports. Say, oh, it worked for them. Let's try and let it work for us. But I know the NBA does it. I like it for one reason. If the Lakers in it, I get to go to Vegas.
And that's it.
So that's
all you need.
And plus, it's just more basketball. And if you love basketball and you love competition, I like that fact that it makes guys play hard, which they should do anyway because it's their job. But I don't mind it. I'm like, you be hard. I can go either with it or without it. But it's just, for me, another day to sit on the couch, eat chips, and watch basketball.
And I think we start talking about like the All-Star game and the way they change it up. There are a lot of people, believe it or not, that would love for them to just go back to the original format. Allow East and West, allow them to wear their own jerseys instead of making up customized East and West jerseys, because a lot of people are yearning for the nostalgic feeling. You see a lot of the clips of back in the day where it was East versus West, and like you said, you had Kobe and everybody in their Laker jerseys, and then you had, everybody else, in their own jerseys, whether home or away. The East would wear their white jerseys, the West would wear their away jerseys. And so just the nostalgic feeling of just getting back to a regular game, I think a lot of people, believe it or not, really are starting to desire, because all of these extra things and stuff you add in, for a lot of people, one, it don't make sense. And then because a lot of people are confused. And then number two, it's just not as exciting as a lot of people thought it was going to be. I think when you try to do too much, it can make it worse off than what it was originally. So I've heard a lot of people who would love to just kind of go back to the original East and West format and then just let it play out from there.
Yeah, it's never going to be the same, dude.
Well,
because if you think about, when you talk about the All-Star, you think about it. The guys that make the All-Star team have been there like 15 years. They tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Think about it. They're tired of that shit. Yeah, and I think you should. I always say this: once you pass 10 years of being an All-Star, you can no longer be an All-Star, because now it's new to all these other cats, and they want to go out and show everybody, oh, I'm fucking good. I'm trying to show you who I am. So I'm going against Ant-Man. If I'm ARO, I'm going to Ant-Man. LeBron, he's a legend. He's been there. We know who he is. KD, and Giannis, Jokic, and so on and so on. It's like these guys, you know who they are and what they can do, right? And a lot of people say, well, that's what you have the first year and the second year game for. No, that's not the same, because you got a lot of cats out here that are the fourth and fifth year. Let's take Norman Powell, for instance. Last year, he should have been an All-Star. If you'd have put this format in, now you can see what he's doing in mind, but if you'd put this format in last year, you'd better see Norman Powell in there. Okay, you'd better see, what's my man in Denver, the point guard, Murray in there. Murray. All these cats are trying to prove themselves like, yo, I'm showing you who I am. So, and I just think when you get these old cats in there, they're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be here. I want to have the day off. Well, now you get the day off. And now you push them out. Now you see how they feel like, oh, shit, I need that's endorsement money. I need those bonuses that I get for making All-Star team. Now you get the love in the game back, and maybe they put some energy and some effort in, because that's what the All-Star game used to be. You think about when Magic came back and he started scoring the points, like, oh fuck this shit, you ain't that embarrassed me. And then when Kobe was out there, and it was a big difference. The guys really wanted to win.
Do you think, and like you said earlier, so many of these leagues copy off one another. You look at like the NFL, they went away from. It went from actual being tackle football and, seeing folk get laid out. Sean Taylor, rest his soul, laying out punters and stuff and on kick returns and everything like that, to the point where it's like, all right, we don't want to get guys hurt. Mm-hmm. So then you go to flag. Okay. It's more of a skill position type of thing anyway. So now you're going to these like extreme games where something is something that everybody can be involved in. They have the little tug of war thing. They have your quarterback thing. They have your line. They have all of these things, but it's more of an extreme sport gladiator type of theme now, because everybody can be involved. I don't know how they would do it. Is that something that you would like to see an NBA version of, to get them away from the actual game, but to see them involved in other things that may be fun?
I have to say no, because in football, that's a collision sport. Basketball is just a contact sport. And because I say this when it comes back. Now, if you had a camera to follow every guy at the end of the season, you know what they're doing at the end of the season? They fucking in the gym hooping.
Yeah.
They're in the gym hooping. They're working on their game. But you can do that in the summertime where it's free. But yet you can't do that during your work period where you're getting paid for this. But I don't understand it, You see how hard some of these guys play in the summertime? They going at each other, talking shit. If you're going to do something, all right, make All-Star shirts and skins. Because in the summertime, every dude want to take his fucking shirt off anyway. Let's do shirts and skins, all right? And do that. And that probably put a little joy in the game or something, because I just think with the All-Star game, you gotta keep it the same. It's the same, but it's the players. They got to want to do it. And in the NFL, I think they did it, you think about some of them guys, man, they be trying to hurt people to prove, I would have been All-Star, I wouldn't have been. I'm going to just let the dogs in here.
I see.
Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
I see them.
You looked at that door like a ghost opened.
I knew what she was doing. I thought she was coming in and bringing me my breakfast. Woman, bring me my breakfast now.
It doesn't usually go well when you shout.
In about a few minutes, there's going to be a pan flying at the back of your head.
Here's your
and the whole screen going to go black.
Yeah. Uber
Eats.
Eats.
But it's going to be fun, though. I think they have to switch up the All-Star game. Yeah, switch it back, and just make guys, who haven't been All-Stars 10 years old. Don't say thank you for your service. Go have a vacation.
Yeah. But I mean, like, to your point, though, it's just these little things they're trying to do now to try and find ways to rehype the league a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I think that was their goal with the Cup. And I don't mean to crap on it, but it just does nothing to it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, but they're regular season games. They count towards your regular season record. If you win, you get the bonus. That's nice for the players. The Knicks already said they're not hanging the banner. The Bucks hung theirs. The Lakers hung theirs. I think you're going to start to probably see teams, if the Knicks truly don't hang this banner, you're probably just going to see teams not do them anymore. Like, they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, we got one. We'll put it out in the lobby or something. You can take your picture with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be up in the rafters. My favorite of the whole Cup was when they caught Josh Hart. Did you see what Josh Hart did to Jalen Brunson? He took his little thumb and just went, how's your father? Right up the and caught him in 4K. Josh Hart's on Twitter this week going, God damn, they got it in 4K.
Yeah, look, I understand y'all cool and y'all the Villanova boys and y'all the buddies, but come on, dog.
Come on, man.
You got to relax on doing that in general, but especially
can I say it for your heart?
Nationals. Come on, dog.
Let me say it for your heart. Pause.
Yeah.
Because Brunson turned around and looked at him like, God damn! Like, what are you doing? Like,
no,
Brunson was like,
we're never that cool. Even the people I'm the coolest with.
No.
We just, we're not that,
You want to hear something funny about me? I don't even like to pat anybody on the butt. You know how people pat people on the butt? I never even like doing that. I'm always on the shoulder, good job, or just a high five or a fist bump. I'm like, I ain't patting you on your butt, dude.
I need to touch your
It's
ass.
just-
I'm good. Yeah. As a teammate, I respect you enough not to touch your butt.
Like, that's too comfortable with somebody. To your thumb, any finger, but bro, what?
It reminds me of that.
Russ's
the old-
wife probably like, you need to tell me something.
No. It reminds me of the old Key and Peele sketch where he's slapping her, the ass slapper sketch where he's slapping everybody on the ass in the locker room.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like, let's calm it down.
Relax, dog. Yeah.
All right, we'll move on from that, but I have to do this before we get too far into the show. We're going to talk a little bit about we'll catch on the standings. Expansion is coming. We got to talk about expansion. We got to talk about the Warriors email because that cracked me up this week. We'll get into some other stuff, Zion Williamson, and our game this week, a Christmas edition of Walmart or Waffle House.
There you go.
So we're going to go to Walmart or Waffle House, Christmas-themed stories. Go ahead, close the door. I know it's driving you crazy. Go ahead. Rob's like me. If something's on his brain and he can't ignore it, he's not going to let it go. All right. I think we're now resituated here. We've got a closed door.
See, now she's got to get a spanking for that.
Oh, God. That's Merry
Wait,
Christmas.
wait. Time out. Who are you talking about?
My wife.
Oh,
For
that's
opening the door.
I was trying to. I wouldn't know if you were talking about the dogs or what.
Oh, the door.
I needed clarity.
He was ready to Josh Hart somebody, is what he was saying. He was ready to Josh Hart somebody. All right, but before we get to all of that stuff, I got to thank our friends at DraftKings for coming on this week's show. We love DraftKings. They are a longtime friend. They're a longtime partner, and they got a little holiday bonus for you. Holiday basketball's here, so here's your holiday bonus. $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5 with our friends at DraftKings. That way, when the stars start to ball out and you want to get on the game, you got somewhere to do it at DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, has your back with early exit. If your player goes down in the first half, you still get paid in cash.
I love
Cold,
that.
hard cash.
I love that, too.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BIGSHOTBOB. That's code BIGSHOTBOB. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bet. You just heard Mr. Jenners talk about the 200 bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
All right, we got some legal stuff to do here. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help's available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of wager tax may apply in Illinois, 21 plus, and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Avoid in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gambling resources, visit dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Thank you very much to our friends at DraftKings. We love DraftKings, man.
Love DraftKings.
My wife and I still play it on the regular.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we play against each other every week in the NFL. We
Oh,
pick
that's cool.
players and stuff, and just no money on the line, just bragging rights, so I can overanalyze it and then lose. Yeah, so that's how it works in this. I overanalyze and she whoops me, and I'm like, that's just perfect. All right, let's just take a quick look. The Thunder lost their second game of the season, so I guess that's it, right? Pack it in. We're done.
And
Lost
the
two.
crazy part is it doesn't even count.
No, oh, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't because it was an NBA Cup game, but it counts toward the final standings, doesn't it?
Does it count? I don't know.
It marks
What?
in the standings, but I don't know if it
Yeah,
counts
it marks
toward.
in the standings.
Yeah, I don't know if
it
it
does?
counts toward
Okay.
like your
Wow.
like where you stand.
I think the actual cup game doesn't count, right? Yeah, I think it's the cup
I
game.
think it's the final.
Yeah.
Maybe the cup
Yeah.
final doesn't
Yeah,
count.
the cup
And
final game.
to your point, the cup final has always been 500,000.
Oh, it is?
Through a Google
Okay.
on that. So yeah, the first year they did it, it was 500 grand. And it's always stayed there. So you're only going to get 500 grand for the cup. But I wanted to bring up the only reason I bring up the Thunder at the top of the standings. We've talked about it week after week, but I'm going to give you the top teams in the West and the top teams in the East, and I want to ask you a question that I heard this week. So if you're looking at the top teams of the West, obviously the Thunder 24-2, sitting at the number one spot. And then right there, it's the Nuggets, Lakers, Spurs, Rockets, and Timberwolves, all within about a game of each other. So that's your top grouping in the West right now. If you look at the East, it's the Pistons, the Knicks, and then pretty much everyone else, because everyone else from 3 to 9 is within about 2 games of each other. But the Pistons are about, I think, maybe 5 games, 6 games better than pretty much everybody else in the East right now. The reason I bring it up, I heard conversations this week, and I want to get your guys' take about this, about the fact that Detroit and the Knicks are probably the only 2 teams in the East that could compete for an NBA championship. The rest of that pack is just so far distanced, and the West is so top-heavy. That top group of 5-6 teams in the West, I've been hearing people say, are infinitely better than anyone in the East 3 through 9. So the only teams in the East that probably have a legitimate shot at a title this year are going to be the Pistons and the Knicks. How do we feel about that?
I disagree. The reason I disagree is because I think sometimes, at the beginning of the season, guys are injured, trying to figure things out. And I'm still keeping my fingers crossed with the Cavaliers. I think the Cavaliers is that one team, even though they're like
starting to figure it out.
They're not, even though they've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, they got to get a few more wins in there, but they're starting to put it together, it looks like.
I think anything's possible. And I'm still not trusting the Pistons yet. I think, you look at certain teams, the Pistons are reminding me of the Cleveland Cavaliers last year, where, we're going to win and win and win because we're playing hard. But then when we get to the playoffs, you play teams that are veteran teams that, how to stop you and figure things out. And now all that, that rah-rah bully shit you doing ain't going to be working. And so I think that I like the Pistons to finish the season at number 1. Not just because I picked them to be number 1, but, but I feel like they're not the championship team in the East. I still feel like you still have to worry about, this is going to sound weird, the Sixers, the Cavaliers, and the Bucks. Even though they all got, maybe not the Bucks, because the Bucks got to make some changes.
Bucks are a mess.
Boston's starting
I think Boston's starting to kind of find some things, too.
Yeah. And I just think that I just don't trust the Pistons yet just because they're young.
Okay.
Yeah. They may be young, but the song, they may be young, but they're ready.
Yeah, like OKC, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Boston was one of the teams that I had in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and obviously they started slow, and when you don't have JT, that's kind of what happens. But Jaylen Brown and the boys are starting to really pick things up. I think a lot of this is geared towards just matchups and how things look. We always know the playoffs are about matchups. Obviously, Toronto is one of them teams where they're sitting right there at number 3 in the East. And you can say whatever you want about Toronto. They're playing good ball. They are playing some good ball. Brandon Ingram and the boy, Scotty Barnes, they are getting the job done however they see fit. Defensively, they're putting up good points. Lord knows every time they come to Atlanta, they win. So it's going to be interesting to see when it comes playoff time what the matchups look like. Like I said, you can't throw away the Cavaliers because if they're healthy and they're doing what they need to do, especially defensively, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league. We saw that last season. But Detroit right now, they may be young, but they are playing disciplined basketball. J.B. Bickerstaff has gotten them boys over there playing really, really good basketball, playing basketball where they believe in one another. They're aggressive. Really, Cade Cunningham is the veteran on that squad, one of the veterans at least on that squad, and he's still young. So I don't know. OKC was a young team and they won. So who's to say?
They had a little more experience than them.
Yeah, they had a little more, but you just never know when it comes to these matchups.
Yeah, and a little bit more discipline too than this team. This team, because you think about Isaiah Stewart and his volatility and little things like that. You can make one wrong mistake and destroy your continuity of a team. Even Jaylen has fallen in that tough guy mode where you got to understand this got to play smart basketball, not bully ball.
Yeah, well, but I do think the Knicks are there, but I do think it's going to be tough for a lot of these Eastern Conference teams to at least, especially top 3 to really.
You know who I'm really shocked by who just be hanging on by a thread is the Miami Heat. They always just hanging on by a thread.
Man, them doggone Heat done lost 5 straight.
But I'm just saying though, you think about before they lost those 5 straight, they was like in the 4th or 5th seed. I'm like, How the hell? How they hanging on by a thread?
But that's just the East, though, because again, teams 3 through 9, I think, are separated by 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about this every week. It's like someone could lose 2 games and go from 3 to 7 in a blink, or lose a game. So yeah, the Heat they've been kind of floating higher in the standings than I really thought they would this time of year. I had them as a play-in team, and I was even iffy about a play-in team.
Me too.
They've been playing pretty damn well.
Yeah.
They've been figuring some stuff out. So I mean, like, look, I kind of agree. The West, I think we've always talked about this, is just that top group of teams are just better. Like the Lakers, the Nuggets, I'm going to put the Rockets and the Spurs in there, and obviously the Thunder. They're just better teams. Like, it's not a shot at the teams in the East. I think all your points are 100% valid. I think Cade is leading Detroit. I think Detroit is going to continue to do what they do. I just feel like when it comes down to the guts of it, yeah, it goes down to the matchups. But the West is top heavy. And we've talked about that a bunch. Either if you're in the West and you want to compete, you better be good, because you got 5-6 teams up there that are gonna win, at a solid clip, that are gonna be coming in at 600% wins and stuff. So, it's I think it's just to compare the 2 leagues is sort of unfair, because the West traditionally, at least for the last 20 years, has been way better than the East.
So far, as I know, we hit the quarter mark a couple games ago. Out of the East, we'll start with the East first, because we're talking about it. Is there a team in the East for you guys that have been like disappointing? Like, damn, they disappointed me.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Cleveland, and I understand every year and every season is different, but when you start talking about the season they had last year, and this is why it's so tough to have that kind of magical run that they did, and then to lose and then realize, dang, we didn't capitalize on our opportunity. Now you got to kind of restart and start this thing all over again in the new season. I guess I expected a little more from them, and to continue that defensive intensity and continue to push forward. Maybe not have the season that they had last season. Obviously, that's a once in a lifetime type of thing. But to be sitting pretty much almost on the outside looking in the Eastern Conference, I just didn't see that for Cleveland, at least, especially not a quarter into the season.
I got one that's fair, and I got one that I think is kind of unfair.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the unfair one first. Indiana. Now, I think everybody predicted Indiana was going to have troubles this year. I think we even talked about it, though. They had enough pieces out there to kind of string together some stuff and maybe make a play in and be competitive, even without Halliburton, even without losing Miles Turner. And what are they, like 6-20 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
They're terrible. They can't buy a win. But I get it. You're decimated by injury. You traded away big pieces, but you've got enough on that bench to be able to do better than 6-20. The other one's the Bucks. I get it. Giannis has been in and out. We've had our, but it's like, where are they? They're not. I don't even think they're in the top 10 right now.
11-16.
There you go, 11-16. But it's like
an 11th spot,
right? So it's like that's a team that I think traditionally, because of Giannis, comes in with high expectations, and has not been able to really put together anything exciting this year. And when you got trade rumors flying around your biggest star, the last thing you want is to be losing games like this, and not being able. I think they're like 3-7 in their last 10. It's like you gotta be able to put some stuff together, because that's just gonna pour fuel on the Giannis trade fire. The worse that team gets, the louder those rumors are gonna be, and there's probably no coming back from that at that point.
I have to say ditto to the 3 teams you guys picked. Was everything you said was exactly on point what I would have said. So now, Hart, what about the West?
So with the West,
can we just say the Clippers and move on?
It's definitely
or the Mavericks. You know what I mean? Like,
for me, it's the Clippers, Kings, and the Mavericks. Those the 3 bottom teams, all for me have been like, damn, dude, because each one of those teams have superstars on their team. And for you to have teams like, if you want to, you can throw the fucking Mavericks in there too. It's just like, wow, what happened, man? You thought coming into the season with the talent. You know, that's why they say you have to play the game. If you look at it on paper, it don't always match up and do what it's supposed to do on paper.
Yeah, but I will say with the Mavericks, a lot of the turmoil that they're having is connected to injury. Like you don't have Kyrie. Anthony Davis was going to get injured again. You just figured when it was going to be.
6 weeks.
It's a lot of things that just did not work out because of attrition, unfortunately. Now, it's your rookie is really playing really, really well. Cooper Flag is getting his experience and getting the work in. Learning how to battle adversity. Obviously, he ain't never had to battle adversity really throughout his playing career ever. But this is the NBA. So, I think he was the youngest to put up 40. Some to put up 40 points last night. Yeah.
Milestones this year that have been like, wow, that's stupid.
But I'll say this with the Kings, I'm not surprised with the Kings. We can say that they're old. They've been trying to get rid of Zach LaVine. They've been trying to get rid of DeMar DeRozan. They're literally putting them on the clearance rack right now. They are trying to clean house and get that money off of those books. They are trying to get rid of them guys so they can pretty much rebuild. I'm not surprised with the Kings at all. I never anticipated them coming into this season being anywhere near the playoffs. It's just, I'm not shocked.
I agree. I mean, for me, and I'm not trying to be an ass, far and away it's the Clippers.
Yeah.
Just because. I mean, you have Kawhi back, healthy-ish. You have James Harden, who has proven time and time again he's one of the most dynamic scorers in the NBA. If you can't find a way to put pieces around that and make that work, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Plus, you have the richest owner in sports who's willing to circumvent the cap to get the guys what they need. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be... How are you Steve Ballmer right now dealing with all this cap circumvention allegations and sitting there with a team at, what are they, 6-20?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, they are, now I know the same thing. They've lost pieces. I get it. Norman Powell, maybe I don't think they realized the piece that he was when they decided to move him. Because right now it seems like that team has no, like, key piece. It's like everyone's just doing a little here and there, but it's not really kind of working in conjunction with each other. There's no cog at the middle of the wheel for the Clippers. They're just a bunch of people playing their game, and if it comes together, great, and they win, cool. Otherwise, it's just bleh. It's like a Jackson Pollock painting. It's just all over the wall. We'll see if anybody likes it.
I think, a lot of people believe in karma. I kind of don't. And some people say this is a Clippers karma, for getting rid of Powell, circumventing the salary cap and all these things. So, like, this is their karma. Then the Chris Paul thing, it's like, this is their karma. So I think, if you really had to narrow it down to one, for me, it would be the Clippers.
Yeah. I mean, and to Harp's point, too, about the Mavericks. Yes, you've had injuries. But everybody knew the injuries the Mavericks had coming into the year. Like, these weren't new injuries. This is just, okay, this is going to be expected. Yet everybody had the Mavericks at the top of the West. And for them to be where they
I don't know why they had them at the top.
When we started at the beginning of this season, man, every talking head on TV was big on the Mavericks. They're going to get some of their guys back. Avers coming back. They're getting some of their pieces back. And Anthony Davis will hopefully, and then you knew what you were going to have coming in, and they still haven't found a way to make it work. So, yeah, they're up there too. Let's do a couple other quick things, then we will get to we're going to do college football picks real quick because we got college football playoffs this weekend. Rob,
absolutely.
Alabama plays tomorrow.
Opening game.
Woo. In Norman. That'll be fun.
You nervous?
And then we'll get to it. We'll get to it. And then we're gonna do a Christmas edition of Walmart or Waffle House. I want to bring this up real quick. Did you see the story about a Warriors owner? Is it Joe LeCobb or LeCobe? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Responded to a fan's email because some guy just found his email on the website. Was like, shot him a note and said, I'm please do something about this team. What's Steph got to do every night? Drop 50 points. Jimmy's tools are being underutilized because he's playing a power forward due to small position players. We have no true center. I'm so frustrated. Now, I imagine if you're an NBA team owner or a GM, you get emails like this every day from all walks of life. What prompted him to respond to this particular guy, I have no idea. But he writes back, you can't be frustrated at me. I'm working on it. It's complicated. Style of play. Coaches' desires regarding players. League trends. Jimmy is not the problem. Send. I mean, coaches' desires regarding players.
That right there.
One just said Steve Kerr hates Jonathan Kuminga, so there's that.
I know that when I saw it, and I was like, ooh.
Oh.
I said, but to me, I just think he's playing Jimmy Butler out of position, and you think about this, coaches and sometimes organizations don't realize how important those players that sit on that bench and do the little things for you so much. You always think, you can be replaced, and I think about Kevin Looney. He did so much for that organization. He took less money to stay. He did so much, and they treated him like crap. They said, well, he's not a star player. It doesn't fucking matter. He took less money before to stay there. He had anchor your bigs, and he was always a professional. And then you like, okay, bye. Now you like, damn, I know everybody's like, who the fuck is Looney? He is important to a team like the Golden State Warriors because you can have a big that plays like 15 to 20 minutes a game, and then he sits over there and chills because he can feel a need. And I just think sometimes teams overlook these guys, and that's very disappointing, And I look at what's the guy? The guy was in Boston, but now he's with the Spurs. And because Candace was asking me about him, what's the guy, the white guy? I can't think of his name right. Dang it.
Brian Scalabrine. No,
Luke. What's his name? Luke Cornett, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Cornett. Yeah.
And she was like, "Who is this dude?" I said, "Watch him. He does exactly what teams need bigs to do. He's not flashy. He's gonna get rebounds. He's gonna block shots, and then when you come down that middle." You're going to be like, okay, he don't mind getting dunked on, but you're going to pay for it too. And so for me, you have to have bigs like that because everybody, oh, we got to shoot threes. No, dude, you got to have some guys that do the grunt work. And when you don't have grunt work guys, you get this result.
Yeah, again, when the owner is responding to frustrated fans' emails, something's not right over there.
But
something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to know what prompted him to. Like, I'm pretty sure you get numerous emails about this, and you've been getting numerous emails.
Tons.
What is it about this one that made you want to respond?
You caught him on a good day.
He had a few pops. That email popped up on his phone, and he went, you know what? And he just fired one back at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just a weird story, and I mean, trouble in the Bay, I think, because when the owner's the one writing back, oh boy, we got problems. Let's quickly hit the MVP ladder. I think we've talked about all these guys at one point or another in the last week or so. Number 5 right now is Cade Cunningham. Number 4 is Wembanyama. Number 3 is Luka Dončić. Number 2 is Nikola Jokic. And, of course, number 1, no surprise, is Shea. Which is wild because you figure coming off a year like he had last year, maybe there's a little bit of, cockiness factor or he didn't put in the work. But it's like, dude, this guy continues to just show you he's putting in the work constantly. Like there's things he's doing this year he didn't do last year. He's just finding ways to be better and more efficient. And it's like, could he go back to back with this thing right now?
If they keep winning like that, he has to be. Yeah. Unless Jokic has another triple double, then
unless he just rips off a string where it's like, forget it.
But on that list though, people are gonna probably hate when I say and think it's a Spur thing. I don't think Victor's number 4. He hasn't played enough fucking games to be number 4. Think about it. He just came off of missing 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So how you gonna put a guy who ain't been in the game on this list? I know it's potential, but still, Cade. I think Cade should be higher. But other than that, I agree with this list. Maybe the Luka thing need to be a little bit lower. No, I'm not hating on Luka. Just when you look at those 2 other guys, they play a little bit better defense. And when I look at all MVPs, I want you to play on both ends of the floor, not just one. Because scoring is not going to always win you a championship. You got to play a little defense. And so I agree with the top 2. The ones after that Cade can probably move up to 3. But other than that, the Victor and Luka ones, I'm like,
yeah.
Anybody missing from this conversation?
Well, here's the thing.
Step on you.
Well, I don't know about missing, but Vic, even though I love Wembanyama, but they were able to even weather the storm a little bit with him out. Those guards, let me tell you something, boy. We talk about that crowded guard room, but they all are playing well. They're all, really taking this game into their own hands. and they're like, okay, Wemby's out. We got to keep this thing afloat, and they did exactly that. So I think that hurts Wemby's MVP chances to win it, and that's why I think he's a little high. But I think everything Rob said was correct. I think Cade needs to be up there higher. Obviously, Shea. I think to me, those are the two guys right now. And then you have Joker right there as well. But those are the two guys for me. The way Cade is leading this team in Detroit, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be there. And then obviously what Shea is doing, like they lost their second game, and it was a big deal. So that lets you know everything that you need to know about this organization and this franchise. So who's to say they can't have a historic season? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'll lose them. I don't know how many more games will they lose playing the way that they play.
I don't know. And we have the conversation. Do they win 70? You know, and it's quite possible.
You know, if everybody stays, if the guys stay healthy, you're not sitting guys to kind of have them heal from some of their cuts and nicks and things of that nature.
Keep in mind, if they're this far ahead of the pack late in the season, do guys start to get rest? You know what I mean? Do they start load managing some guys, letting them play the first half and sitting them out the second half? And who cares if the lead gets away because we got a 12-game lead on the rest of the friggin' Western Conference? So I think there's a million factors that go into that. You have to like be in it to want to get to the record territory. Like if you're late in the season and you're sitting at like 65, maybe those guys make another decision. Maybe they go, you know what, I want to play tonight. I know you're always going to rest, but I think we got a shot at 70. And obviously, it's only been 2 teams in history that have ever cracked that, right?
Yeah.
But the Bulls and Warriors.
They're so good. They can be like, yo, we're going to play you the first half, not play you in the second half. You know, they're that good. Yeah.
And see what the bench could do. Can they pull out a win? All right, let's jump ahead a couple things here. We're gonna readdress some stuff next week. Nothing too crazy. But I wanted to mention quickly because you brought up Luka. That was cool. He bought e-bikes for the whole team. I thought that was
I saw that.
That was just cool. Rob didn't get an e-bike, I guess.
No, if I'm the owner, I'm like, dude, why are you buying my players something they get fucking hurt on?
Oh,
well,
Kyrie.
Everyone gets
Kyrie bought a golf cart.
Well, there's 4 wheels though. They can't freaking tip over. They can. I know people have died on it, but I'm just saying. Yeah. But it's more likely not to tip over. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, take these home and give them to your kids or something. But you cannot fucking ride these bikes.
I bought everyone on the team a javelin. Have fun. Lawn darts. I just thought it was cool.
I would rather have a Rolex. Just buy me a Rolex.
Yeah, buy me an e-bike, man. I mean, I get it, spirit of exercise, but I'm like, buy me an Xbox. Like, let's be real. All right, let's do our college playoff picks and big shot, and then the Christmas edition of Walmart or Waffle House. All right, we talked about it briefly. It's college playoff week. First round of the college football playoffs start tomorrow night. How are you feeling, Rob? Alabama at Oklahoma.
I haven't checked the injury report. I had to see if Jam's playing. If Jam's playing, I think we got a chance. If he's not playing, just because his pass protection, Oklahoma's defense is pretty damn good.
It is, but they have no offense.
They have no offense.
This game might set offensive football back in a few years.
If you go back 30 years, Alabama running quarterbacks kills us. So it's like you never have to say, "Oh, where's the spy for the quarterback?" Do we ever have a fucking spy? And your job is to spy on the quarterback. So yeah, Bama's 1.5. I'm taking Oklahoma.
Bama's offense hasn't looked complete like it did early in the season, and I'm wondering, can your defense get off the field? There have been, watching them versus Georgia in the SEC championship game, there are just times where I just didn't think, well, one is because Alabama's offense didn't help them out. They weren't staying on the field long enough, one. And then two, when it was time for the defense at times to kind of step up and make a play, they just couldn't do it. Can both units play as a well-oiled machine in Norman? I think it's going to be tough. I really do. Like I said, it's hard to beat the same team twice, but when you're playing the same team at your house, like Oklahoma's playing in their house, I don't think it bodes well for Alabama offense as a whole. So I hope Alabama can win this game. I just don't think they will.
Jam Miller's expected to play.
I'm still
We'll
going
see.
Oklahoma.
Still picking Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. No, you know what? Forget that. Roll Tide. I don't know why. I was all in on Oklahoma until just this second. And then I was like, you know what? Screw it. Roll Tide. Let's go. I think I don't know. Alabama has had, God, they've had such a mixed bag of a season. Like they've had these games where they look great and you're like, holy crap. Like when the Georgia game where they looked outstanding most of that game and you're like, damn, they're going to pull this out and stun Georgia in Athens. This is crazy. And then they have games like where they played Georgia again and got boat raced.
I play Oklahoma on homecoming and look like they ain't never played football in their life.
And lose to FSU, who is booty cheeks. They're horrible. And, you have that game to start the year. So, I don't know. Alabama, is such a mixed bag for me, but I'm going to roll Tide on this one. All right, let's go to Saturday. Number 10, Miami. At number 7, Texas A&M. This is the noon game on Saturday. A&M is laying 3.5. The winner will play number 2, Ohio State.
I think I'm gonna take A&M in this game. If A&M's pass rush, they got one of the best pass rushers in the nation.
They do.
Future superstar that's going to end up playing on Sundays. If their pass rush can get after Carson Beck, it could be a long day for Miami. And at the same time, on the offensive side, Texas A&M boasts one of the best receiving cores in the nation. So not only defensively can they get after Beck, but can A&M's receivers really tear up that Miami secondary? And I think that could be the case. So I'm gonna take A&M.
I'm taking A&M too. I just don't trust Carson Beck in the big games, and I think when that 12th man I've been to a couple of games when Cameron was playing there, and that 12th man get to yelling and they get to doing this shit in there. It gets a little rowdy, and Carson Beck gonna shit the bed. So I'm going with the A&M Aggies.
All right, I'm rolling with my Canes.
We knew.
I know, rolling with my Canes. I think, to your point, Harp, Miami's paid a lot of money for their secondary. Those guys need to cover. They have done it very effectively this year. Miami's offensive line is a lot better than I think people give it credit for. And nobody's brought up Ruben Bain's name, who arguably could be one of the best defensive players, if not the best defensive player in the country for the U, coming the other way. So can he make Marcel Reed's life hell? Maybe. Between him and Mauanoa, maybe. Yeah. They can get in front of him enough and rattle him enough. And I'm with you, though. I don't trust Carson Beck. But I think if the protection is there, he'll have enough time to work between Malachi Toney and C.J. Daniels and the backs that they've got, as long as they don't get stuck in this rut of like this redundant bullshit offense where like we're going to run the A-gap. That's all we do now is we run the A-gap, three and out. If they can break out of that and stay away from that, I think Miami could do a little damage here. So I'm going to roll with the Canes.
Yeah. You know the funny thing about Texas A&M, if you watch their defense, some days they look like they are invincible. And then some days you be like, damn, dude, they're running each other. What the fuck's going on?
The other way. He's not even paying attention. Yeah. It's
gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be the best game out of the 4 that's being played.
I completely agree. I think that's gonna be the best game because the next 2 are your make-a-wish feel-good doubleheaders. You know what I mean? Like the teams that we had to get them in there and give everyone a chance because everyone gets a trophy in today's day and age. Number 11, Tulane. At number 6, Ole Miss. Saturday, 3:30 on TNT. Ole Miss is laying 17.5. Winner plays UGA, by the way. I'm gonna go.
Salute to Tulane.
Yeah, I'm going Tulane in this one.
I'm saying salute to Tulane, but I'm taking Ole Miss.
Oh, you're taking Ole Miss to cover that?
I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, look, they're playing with house money. A lot of people think they shouldn't be there. Other people think they've earned their spot to be there. It's great for them to be there. I just think a lot of times this comes down to the Jimmies and the Joes.
Oh, I know.
And I think Ole Miss is just a lot more talented, regardless if Lane Kiffin is there or not.
Charlie Weiss Jr. calling plays for.
I just think
West.
I think Ole Miss, they're gonna go out on the field angry, and they got to take it out on somebody.
They got to show the world. Oh, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I think Tulane can keep this within 2 touchdowns, though. Tulane's not bad.
I
think Tulane can keep this within 2 touchdowns. I don't think they're going to win by any shot. But
What's the spread?
17 and a half.
Okay.
I think they might be able to cover that. So I'm going to roll with the Green Wave.
I'm rolling with the Green Wave too.
Okay. I like it. All right, last game. Number 12, James Madison. Oh, boy. At number 5, Oregon in Eugene. Saturday, 7:30 on TNT. Oregon is laying 21 points.
Y'all got them covering that?
I do.
Okay.
I think Oregon might win this game by 90 points.
Did they play these teams? They didn't play before, have they? Have they played this season?
No.
Just the Ole Miss and Alabama games. Those are the only ones that repeat, right? No. I know Ole Miss played Tulane early in the season.
Well, I mean, Alabama, Oklahoma played earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those I thought these are only 2 teams that are, yeah. I just wanted to add something to that because, James Madison got to go. What they from Virginia? They got to fly all the way to fucking Oregon. Mm-hmm. They better go there like 3 days ago to try to get acclimated to Oregon, whatever. Yeah. They're going to get. Go ahead.
I'll say, and obviously I'm taking Oregon to cover. Oregon this year has, as good as they are, they've had moments where they had these lulls where it's kind of like
inconsistent,
very inconsistent. We're good enough to where we can beat a team, or they just don't look as dominant as they should in certain games. I'm not saying that's worrisome for this game, but they're just moments where it's kind of like, all right, y'all think y'all can just flip the switch. Sometimes you flip that switch and the light don't come on. So I don't expect that to happen in this game. And even if it does, I think they're talented enough to get over on James Madison. But Oregon worries me a little bit moving forward. But I'll take them to cover in this game.
So y'all both taking Oregon to beat them by 21?
Yeah.
I'm rolling with James Madison.
All right.
That's because I am games behind you 2 guys.
Yeah, you
so
are.
I got to go a little bit opposite. I think James Madison is going to make this a game, man, just because there's so many haters, and I'm going to use Harper's favorite words, house money. And that running back for James Madison going to have over 200 yards on Oregon.
I love that. I love your confidence. It's misplaced, but I love it. The only team James Madison played this year worth a ham sandwich was Louisville, and they lost by 14. Louisville at the time, unranked. Now Louisville, to their credit, probably should have been ranked and was ranked a couple times this year, but should have been ranked at different points of the season. That's the best team on their schedule, and they got blown out by 2.
Hey, I'm keeping hope alive, man.
Look, man,
keeping hope alive.
Good for you. I don't think it's gonna work out.
Well, whatever it is, hope is on the ventilator right now. This was keeping it alive.
He's alive. It needs help to breathe, but it's there. All right, let's do.
Jam you. I don't even know what they say.
I don't know either.
Let's go, Dookies.
Look, he got more faith in them than he do Alabama.
Which is crazy. By the way, speaking of weird.
Ye of so little faith.
Yeah.
Running quarterbacks, man. Running quarterbacks.
But speaking of weird, of all the Texas A&M little Aggie dance things they do, all that crap is super weird to me.
So with the 12th man and all
little gig'em
the
stuff they do with the hand moves and the dance, and then I just go to a football game. Like, what are you guys doing? Drink a beer, be rowdy. What is it? You have a dance choreographed this? This feels like work to me.
This is when they just get together and they all link up and the whole crowd be doing this.
Yeah, the really swag cool. Surf. Yeah, I'll do that all day. Give me that's easy. You don't have to practice that. But these people spend time in their living rooms learning the gig-em dance and stuff. And there's instruction videos online. I'm like, this is work. I'm out. This is work.
And for this reason, I'm out.
And for this reason, I'll Shark Tank all for this reason, I'm out on the Yankees. All right, Big Shot of the Week is going to go to the Hanover County Animal Shelter in Virginia because it was tied to my favorite story of the last 2 weeks that we did not talk about. Did you guys hear about the drunken raccoon?
Oh, yes.
So in Hanover, Virginia, there's a liquor store. I guess the raccoon got into the ceiling, into the roof, fell through the drop ceiling, knocked over a bunch of bottles of whiskey and bourbon, and then proceeded to drink some of it and get drunk and pass out drunk in the bathroom. And there's video and pictures that the Hanover County animal shelter put out of them having to go there and rescue the raccoon and get it out of the bathroom and sober it up. And it's hysterical. So, of course, raccoons are often called trash pandas.
Yep.
So there's a company called Bonfire that partnered up with the Hanover County Animal Shelter and put out a line of trashed panda shirts. So it's the panda laying face down on the ground. It says trashed panda. It's really funny. They've used it and they put it out and they said if we could sell some shirts, all this money's going to go back to the Hanover County Animal Shelter. They've raised $180,000.
Wow.
Selling these trashed panda shirts online because the story went so super viral. So big shot of the week for them, not just for doing the right thing by a drunk raccoon, but also turning that into a humongous fundraiser that's going to train officers and save the lives of other animals and give them finances they otherwise didn't have. So I just thought that was super cool. Way to take a fun little stupid moment, turn into something good.
Yeah.
I thought it was
But
great.
the crazy part is about that. He just went on a tear.
Oh, dude!
If you look at the aisle, he went down. He just walked down the aisle like
Urban. Like he was gone. Dude.
I didn't see any of this.
Oh,
You didn't see this?
You didn't see the drunk raccoon story. Like I'm so disappointed that you haven't seen it.
Shaq always says, "Google it."
Google it. Google
I have
it.
to check it out.
Google it. It's outstanding. It's worth a read. All right,
It
boys.
looks like this should be a cartoon. They got to make a cartoon.
Oh,
out
a
of
drunk
this.
pan.
Yeah.
If they don't, it's a missed opportunity by somebody, right? Somebody's missed opportunity. All right, fellas. It's time. The banjo music means we're headed down to another edition of Walmart or Waffle House. This one, however, Christmas themed. We are a week out from Christmas. Christmas is it's a week from today, isn't it? A week from today. We got Christmas Day. So this is a Christmas themed edition of Walmart or Waffle House. If you're new to this show and you've never played this game before, it's very simple. I give you a batshit crazy story. It's just everyone's job to tell me if it happened at a Walmart or if it happened at a Waffle House. Story number one. A man in a full Santa suit stood in the middle of the building, yelling at the top of his lungs, "I can't do this anymore," before sitting on the floor and eating syrup straight from the bottle. He was asked to leave. He left without incident. But did the drunken Santa have a little bit of a Christmas breakdown in the middle of a Walmart or a Waffle House?
Walmart.
Oh,
Even though that key note, I'm not going to say because it might give Harp the answer, kind of threw me off, but I'm still going with Walmart.
I think I already know what the keynote is. I'm going Walmart.
okay. What was your keynote?
Bottle.
Yeah.
A bottle of syrup.
Because usually at Waffle Houses, the syrup is in a little thing where at least it's like in a little glass or something that they pour.
Yeah.
To quote our good friend Shaquille O'Neal, listen to the clues, John. Absolutely right. That is a Walmart. Good job. All right, story number two. An entire family showed up wearing matching pajamas at this location, which is cute, until it erupted in a full-scale family argument that necessitated a call to police to separate mom and dad, who got into a full push match in front of their children. Everyone's screaming, everyone's crying, cops are called. Did it happen at a Walmart or did it happen at a Waffle House?
I'm going to say Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Everyone goes to Waffle House. Everyone gets another call. Yeah, that's a Waffle House story all day. They showed up in matching pajamas. I see people do that at Walmart or Waffle House on the regular.
Yeah.
All right, number three. Two adults in elf costumes got into a shouting match over, quote, who was ruining Christmas. A third person filmed and cheered until the elves started to throw punches, and police were dispatched. No arrests were made. Two people dressed like elves get into a fist fight at a Walmart or a Waffle House.
I don't know. This sounds like this could happen to either one of them.
Yeah. I agree. But I'm
Hence
going to
the
go Waffle
game.
House.
All right, Rob's going Waffle House.
I'm going to say Walmart just to be different.
Harp's breaking it up to Walmart. The point goes to Brandon Harper. That was a Walmart story. Yeah, that was a Walmart. Fist fight between... fist fights, Waffle House usually happen in the parking lot. So it's in the store. There's your clue. That might be a Walmart.
Is that
All
where
right,
you set up your camera in the parking lot?
damn straight. You're gonna film bum fights. You're gonna do it in the parking lot of a Waffle House. Damn it! All right, number 4. One customer demanded the Christmas music in this location be turned off because it was, quote, triggering. When denied, he started singing a different Christmas carol louder and louder to, quote, cancel it out. When he was asked to stop, he refused. When he was asked to leave, he did not. Police were called, and he was removed from the location. So, triggered by Christmas music, decide to drown it out with your own Christmas music at a Walmart or a Waffle House.
This is a Waffle House, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Well, I want to make sure because I'll tell after Rob.
I was going Walmart.
Rob's
This
going
is the
Walmart.
reason why I say Waffle House. My
Okay.
thing is a Walmart is too big for somebody singing to interrupt anybody. You can go to another part of the store if you don't want to hear somebody singing. Waffle House ain't but so big, so it can disturb everybody in there singing.
I get that. Yes, pass. Yeah.
All right, point goes to Brandon Harper.
Yeah.
By the logic of, that was a Waffle
Super
House.
Walmart, you don't want that person singing over there in the
My
lotion
wife
aisle?
can't hear
Okay,
me
go
2
with
aisles
your
over. What are you talking about, man? She's right there. She can't hear me. I mean, don't be bothered by your damn singing. All right, story number 5. A drunk woman began yelling at her phone, accusing it of, quote, stealing Christmas, and then threw it in the direction of another customer. No one was hurt. Police were called to tend to the drunken woman. Drunken woman mad at her phone for stealing Christmas at a Walmart or at a Waffle House.
Walmart.
God bless both of you. That's a Waffle House.
Seriously?
That's a Waffle House. Not a lot of drunk folks at Walmart. I guess there kind of are. I guess there kind of are, but usually the drunk to me always was like, oh yeah, you're drunk, you end up at Waffle House. All right, 2 to go. Number 6. Neither location is a good place to be when the power goes out, but it's even worse when the power goes out and an employee immediately decides to take charge and start directing people to say their prayers because the world is coming to an end. This is it. This is the apocalypse. Say your prayers, people. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. The power came back on a few minutes later. But did this incident happen inside of a Walmart or inside of a Waffle House?
Waffle House.
I'm gonna say Waffle House too.
And once again, that's a Walmart.
Dang.
That's a Walmart. It's the employee in this case. So yeah, it was the employee. I mean, Waffle House don't care. Power goes out, world's on fire, we're still cooking. We're not stopping. Power's out, we're cooking. Light a fire in the parking lot. We're making eggs.
Good point.
All right, last story. Everyone loves Christmas caroling until it shifts from wholesome classics sung by a group of people into songs about graphic, sexual, Christmas-themed debauchery featuring Santa and his elves. So did this group of people show up in Christmas Carol in front of a Walmart or a Waffle House? By the way, the threat of calling the police got this group to dispatch. So, sexually explicit Christmas carols in front of a Walmart or a Waffle House.
Walmart.
I was gonna say Walmart too, because I think people in Waffle House that'd be their entertainment.
And redemption is given. Yeah, that's 100% out in front of a Walmart. Yes, good job. All right, boys. And that is a Christmas-themed edition of Walmart or Waffle House. And that's all she wrote for the holidays, boys. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Well, we'll convene next week. We're going to talk before Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll convene on Tuesday. We'll do the big show on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And get caught up with it. Are you here Tuesday, Rob? Are you traveling? We probably should have worked this out before we started telling people on the air where we were going to be.
No, Tuesday. I'm home.
You're home Tuesday. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Are you traveling at all this Christmas? Or
No,
going
I had to pick up the family from the airport. That's about it. But they don't get in till what time do they get
Is
in?
Mama coming in?
Mama and my boys, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Needs Mama
let's-
time. Good. Fun.
Let me check to see what time. I don't even know what time they fucking get in.
This is the podcast that everyone tunes in for. Rob
Yeah,
checking flight times.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't do no traveling during Christmas. I don't
No,
wanna
I
be part
can't,
of none
man.
of
It's
that.
the one time of year I never want to go anywhere. Like, just, I want to be at the house.
So it's not too late. I've scheduled them late because I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to send a car for them or if I'm going to pick them up.
I got news for you. If I had the money to send a car for somebody, it's always going to be the car.
Yes.
I
so
am
think
not
I'm
going to
sending
go to the
car.
airport and deal with holiday traffic. That is not happening.
Yeah.
You
I'm
get
scheduling that today.
Billy the Uber driver is what you get.
Mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead and get in his Dodge Caravan. We'll see where he takes it.